Hey guys. Getting my sage on. Dragon blood sage. I'm seeing a lot of dragons. I don't know if you are. I know it's technically for some people not the year of the dragon anymore. For others it still is, but there's like a lot of dragon energy. Very powerful going on. So I wanted to turn on the camera because I found like a perfect question that I wanted to ask and dive into. And it is, what is spirit helping you with? Or what was it? Yeah, what is spirit helping you with? That maybe you're unaware of, or you feel like you're having to tackle something all by yourself, but you're not. So I feel like this is really important for somebody so they can be at ease, so they can let go of the worry and the thought process of what you don't want to happen. Because I know it's a really hard habit to quit, but when we are aware that we're thinking negatively or we're predicting a future that we don't want to happen, you're still putting it out into the field because that's where your attention is. So take your attention away from the doomsday outlook or the outcome being negative, because all you're doing is wishing and praying for that to happen. I know it's not what you want, but that's what's happening because that's the way energy works. So when you catch yourself thinking in a negative way, or thinking of the future in a negative way, or an outcome that you don't want to happen, be forgiving, give yourself grace, and just be happy and grateful that you became aware of that thought. And now it's up to you to change it, replace it, write it down. This is how I thought, but I became aware of it, and now I'm changing it to blah, blah, blah. So say you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's going to be so much traffic and I'm probably going to be late and blah, 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 blah. Change that to, write that down, or verbally say it, or, show awareness to what you're saying or thinking, and say, instead of that, traffic will move at the exact pace to get me there on time, safely, and securely. Okay? That's just an example. But we really have to get in the habit of changing the way that we are thinking about things, and the doomsday like worry and this is going to happen and this is going to happen. Think of the best possible outcome. What is the best case scenario? Be prepared for the worst, but I don't want to say expect the best, because you don't want to be let down. If it doesn't go your way, just know that it wasn't supposed to go that way, and just be accepting. That was a rant. So let's see what spirit is working on behind the scenes for you. Let's see. Really? That is not okay. Okay. I can remember a time, and this really did help me, and it didn't make sense at the time, but I used to say, I don't want to, but I have to. And when I think back, that was spirit working through me, because I was getting things done that I didn't necessarily want to get up and do, but I knew that I needed to. And that if I did that, there was going to be a better outcome in the long run. And I didn't fully understand it at the time, but I eventually did. And by being obedient and following my inner voice and what I was guided to do, I realized that, one, I need to get back in that practice. It's like universe reteaching me a lesson that I had already learned and I had already practiced intuitively, But now getting the information to back it up and the full understanding of what was actually happening, what the mechanics was, the energy I put into something that I didn't necessarily want to do, but on a deeper level, I knew that I needed to do it in order for the things I wanted to experience and for the outcomes that I wanted for my life. So keep that in mind when you talk yourself out of something, because the energy and the intuitional feelings are fleeting. You have to act on them whenever you are guided to them, because otherwise they lose their exuberance, they lose their power. It kind of decays and loses its blah blah blah. It's like when people say, oh, I had that idea like a year ago, and they see somebody successful that actually did it. Okay, there's a lot of people that can pull those ideas and get those intuitional ideas from the universal field, because it needs to be developed, it needs to be invented at this point in time. That's why it's being delivered. That's why you can access it. But if you don't follow through, then you can't complain. You had the idea, but that's only a small portion of it. You have to act on it. You have to do the other portion of it. You were granted that information. Now what are you going to do with it? And it makes sense because it's happened to me in the past. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. You had an idea, and then some time goes by, and somebody actually does it. Somebody actually did it. Somebody followed through with it. So I am just a ranting and a raving today, aren't I? Second day in a row. Not this card, but I heard somebody say it on a TV show. Follow the yellow brick road. Somebody is being asked to follow the yellow brick road. And so you follow. Follow those signs. Wow, that takes me back. I was guided all over, not all over, but over a few states. I had no idea what was going on, but it was beautiful. Lumosity, cognitive development. Yeah. So Lumosity is an app that you can, it's for cognitive development. It has games on there that actually engage certain parts of your brain for cognitive development. And when you do them, you actually see results in your everyday life. Like, it's crazy, but it develops a part of you and helps things connect and sync and flow. And it's like the electricity in your body is able to have this easy flow. There's no resistance. There's no cutoff. So maybe some of you are looking into strengthening your cognitive development, doing new habits, new rituals to strengthen and create new neural pathways. And maybe you already did this, and that is actually what brought you to start seeing the signs of the yellow brick road. And for others, maybe you're getting the signs in yellow brick road to follow, so that you can experience these spiritual experiences, these mystical experiences. Whoa. Give them back their power. Ask them what they think. Okay. Give them back their power. Spirit's giving somebody back their power. And it just got really bright all of a sudden. As you develop new habits to strengthen your brain, your mind, your energy, you are going to be led to say no to people. You're going to be led to give people back. I just heard not all money is good money, and that is 100% accurate. This Spirit, can we get a thread here to connect all this? I feel like you're going to be, Spirit is laying out a path, this yellow brick road. They're laying out a path for you to follow, to strengthen a part of yourself And it's going to help you realize somebody's power and how they might have either placed their karma on you because you believe them. That's why we have to be careful of agreeing with people, because you're signing verbal contracts when you do that in the spiritual. So instead of, because I used to be this person who kind of agree with people as they go. I read this in multiple different books, but gurus or people that have reached the higher consciousness understand these spiritual contracts and agreeing with people, even about the littlest things. Instead of agreeing, you can just say, that's interesting. Oh, okay. And you're not agreeing, you're not dismissing, you're being open and receptive to energy, but not taking anything into your own energy field that doesn't resonate with you on a soul level. And strong mental acuity, strong cognitive development. Use your opposite hand, your non-dominant hand, to do things. If you're used to washing the dishes with your right, if you're used to brushing your teeth with your right hand, try your left hand. You're going to create new neural pathways within your brain, which gives more flow for that electric energy, because we all are we're conduits for electricity. We are electricity and magnetism. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna get in it. So spirit is helping you. It's dropping you little breadcrumbs right now. Discipline yourself. You have to have discipline. This is going to pay off in the long run, okay? Let's get something here. You're being guided to some kind of new beginning. The Fool here, take that leap of faith and just follow. You're being led, follow. Do not allow fear. I did see the 8 of Swords that wanted to come out with this card. Do not allow past experiences or superstitions or skepticism. You should know. Ask yourself and feel it. I know it's really uncomfortable, but when we allow our ego or fear to take over, you're going to lose the spiritual experience. That heightened sense of awareness, that open crown chakra, when you have these spiritual experiences, and you can hear other people's testimonies of this, when they allow the doubt and the fear and other things to set in, it can kill that experience. And I don't want that to upset you, but it is the truth of the matter. I can even recall when I was kind of coming down from my ascension of reaching that spiritual consciousness, there are entities that don't want you to stay up there. And it's about good spiritual hygiene and keeping yourself protected and knowing yourself. Take that leap of faith, man. You're going to see some beautiful things. There is nothing to fear. Fear not. There is nothing to fear, because you are a child of God and you are accessing your divine light, your God spark. You can't be, the universe don't want to see you hurt. There is nothing to fear. You are going to be shown something absolutely magnanimous, and you're going to be like, am I going crazy? You're not crazy. You're having a spiritual awakening, okay? Keep up with those new habits, those new practices, developing new habits. What is that book? Atomic Habits is a great book. There's another habit book. It's like yellow and red. I can't. Power of Habit. The Power of Habit. Yes. Developing healthy habits. Drawing boundaries and not allowing people and their negative habits to affect you. Wow. Okay. We have the first card for Yellow Brick Road is the Fool with New Beginnings. I hope you guys can see that. Oh, 1441 on the timer. And now 1444. We have the first major arcana and the last major arcana. So take that leap of faith to be shown the universe, to close out the old version of you, because you're again, you got the whole world in your hands. You're conquering yourself, you're conquering the world, you're understanding new ways of being. The old ways of being are supernatural, supernatural, like our ultimate natural state of being, and tapping into the God self, the Godhead within yourself. This is amazing. Yeah, you're creating a whole new way of being and moving in the world and seeing things. You'll never see things the same way again. But remember, we don't project this onto other people. We just be. Just be it. People will notice and follow. You don't need to prove anything to anyone at all. Give them back their power. What is this? I see somebody becoming authentically them, knowing their authentic energy. It's like, this is you. The unseen, the all, the one. In a human vessel. Self-realization. Realizing your power in this world. 1616 on the timer. Oh, come on, Spirit. I love this. One more, please. Spirit is helping you during this whole process. The unseen forces, your Passover loved ones, your ancestors, you had to have cleared out some karma within your bloodline. That means that you notice patterns that your parents did and their parents did, and maybe other family members around you, and you're like, it doesn't feel good for me. You are a generational curse breaker. You found a new and better way of living and being than they did. And there is no blame, there is no guilt. That is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, so this tried to come out earlier with the new beginnings, and I put it back in, being trapped in fear. There is nothing to fear, okay? Having those mantras, that intention, yeah, okay, I'll get there, Spirit. Don't allow your past experiences to trap you in fear or other people's beliefs. Believe what you are being shown and you are being led to, okay? Not all books are true. Not all readers are going to be on the same frequency as you. The only person that's going to be able to know the truth is you. And that's what Spirit wants you to do, is to believe in yourself and become self-realized that you are a fractal. You are a piece of God expressing itself in your own unique energies, in your own vessel, in this own time, and it will never happen again. Before we get on a tangent again, I also heard that when you give these people back their energy, you're going to notice that they are the ones trapped in fear, and that fear might have never even been yours to begin with. They might have pushed this on you. They might have got you to agree with them and accept this truth, and you might have done it unintentionally. People pleasers have a tendency to do this. So people will like them. They kind of just agree. Yeah, I can recall my neighbors at one point years ago, and I was just like, yeah. And they noticed that I was just a yes person, and I was just agreeing to get along, and they used that to their advantage. So don't allow other people's fears to become your own. Okay, not everybody is meant to experience this. Not everybody is going to realize it. And if you share it with the wrong people, they're going to make you feel crazy. They're going to make you feel less than you are. Or they're going to try and give you some kind of explanation to get you out of what you've discovered. And that's not what Spirit wants you to stand in your truth and remember what you've been shown and know that you are being divinely led and what you've been shown is true. And Spirit is helping you with all of this. So give thanks. Say thank you. Even if you can't see it yet, yeah, you're transitioning. You're moving on. You're moving out of the darkness and into this light. My fingers are just going, guys. They're just going. All right, can I get one with what Spirit is helping them with? What is Spirit helping them with? Self-friendship, a moon and Cancer, but that was like a whole stack. I just want one. Can we make it flip out? Like, woohoo! Or flip over. 2, no. 1221 could be significant, or 2112. I also see 68 here, or 86. Maybe you were born then. Extremist Mercury. Mercury and Scorpio. Extremist. Yeah, I feel like somebody is really trying to push something on you. But Spirit is helping you with this. Death and rebirth, you could be seeing crows and ravens. But it's almost, and somebody might be trying to force you to like sign a contract. Again, like verbal contracts. You have to be aware of what you're agreeing to and what you're saying. It's just as valid as a written contract. Mercury, it also talks about trickster energy. If something doesn't feel right, trust that feeling and dive into it. Ask yourself why. We also have 88 out here and 83, 86. Yeah, there's some type of extreme situation. Somebody wants you to be stuck in fear. It's like they're trying to control you in some way. Be careful who you communicate to, okay? And I don't mean that to scare anybody. You just don't want to give people that beautiful high vibrational energy if they're not even at a conscious state to allow it in or to be able to hear it. You know, if they're not ready, if they don't have the context, if Spirit hasn't prepared them with enough context and experience in their life, they won't be able to take the information that you have available and digest it properly, okay? And you don't want to, it's just a waste of your energy. So we really want to pay attention to where people are on a conscious level, and then we can open up, you know? I'm not saying don't talk to people and don't share and you know, be part of a community and stuff and tell the truth, speak your truth. What I'm saying is just being aware of where they're at. Are they going to be open to what you're offering? For example, I shared with somebody who allowed me to share, and they listened, but after a couple of months of us hanging out, he ended up admitting that only about like 20-25% of what I was sharing he understood. And now, as much as I appreciate him listening, it explained why I was giving, but I wasn't receiving from them. And that was a wake-up call to me that, you know, I spent a couple months sharing some pretty deep spiritual experiences and what I was seeing and what I was feeling, and, you know, deities and entities that were coming to me, and just these profound revelations. And it was to the wrong person, I feel. I mean, everything happens for a reason. It was a learning experience, but ultimately, I realized that they were very skeptic, and they weren't, they had a lot of bias. I should have picked up on the red flags. So remind yourself to pay attention to people. I don't know where that's coming from, but let me see. Reiki, let's do that. So I'm gonna get one of these beautiful healing cards. I don't know why they're all mixed up. I really don't like that. But these cards are very informative and very helpful. Wow. Look at that sun coming out. I hope you guys are staying nice and warm. Become aware. Exactly. Become aware. Life doesn't always turn out the way we expect. But as long as we continue to struggle and strive to bring things under our control, we are just creating an energy cycle that makes things worse. However, there's no point in just squashing your fears and worries down. Instead, try to become aware of what you're really afraid or worrying about. Then send love and Reiki to that fearful part of yourself. There's a reason why they have us do the Pledge of Allegiance with our hand over our heart. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. But put your left hand on your stomach, your right hand on your heart. Breathe. And just say, I am aware of my energy. I am aware of the energies around me. However you want to label it, however you want the intention or the energy to flow specifically for you, you can word it however you want. But what did they say? Oh, any fear, again, the worry, the fear, anything that's trying to hold you back, those are all lies. They need to be addressed. They need to be confronted so that you can continue to move on towards this light and out of the darkness, kind of that integration, understanding that darkness has a role and has brought you to the light, okay? But yeah, just bringing awareness and attention to any worry and guilt or fear, any low vibrational energy that you're feeling. Send it love. Ask the universe to assist you with this. Just let it go. Like, even visualize you throwing it up into the universe and the cosmos, and watch the magic unfold. Okay, remember to believe in your magic, because Spirit wants you to, because you are part of Spirit. You're part of the all. You're part of the one, and you do have a say so. But we do have to release control and those expectations and just take things one step at a time. But of course, it's kind of counterintuitive, because you want to have a vision for where you're going. You know, happiness, love, acceptance, fulfillment, giving back, finding your special, unique way to serve and give back to the community, as well as yourself and your children, if you have children, or your pets, if you have pets. But remember to fill your own cup first. Follow this road. Spirit is helping you become aware of the practices that are going to help you dive out this, or weed out all this fear, this worry, any kind of extreme communication that's putting you in a low vibration. Spirit's going to help you with that. That's exactly what this says. So follow that yellow brick road. Continue to develop healthy habits. Check out the app Lumosity. Check out Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton. Learn about epigenetics. Learn about rewiring your brain. How it works, what you can do in the morning to reprogram it, and just set the intentions for your day and watch the magic unravel, okay? It's all connected, guys. Everything is connected. And with that said, I love you. The universe loves you, and everything is working out for your best and your highest good. Until next time, peace, guys.